everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I am reading The Life Cycle of Trees. Now this book I particularly chose because it said it had 20 flaps to lift and learn. I don't know about you, but I like books where you get to open things and find things on the pages. Let's see what the blurb has to say. The Life Cycle of Trees. With over 20 flaps to lift, this beautifully illustrated book will help young children learn about the life cycle of a tree. Illustrated by Joe Fernahau and designed by Nicola Moore. Let's see about the life cycle of trees. Parts of an apple tree. The fruit, the leaf, the twig, the branch, and the trunk. An apple tree is deciduous. A deciduous tree is a tree that changes colour and loses its leaves at the end of autumn, ready for winter. Apple trees are part of the rose family. Other rose plants are raspberries, strawberries, and cherries. All the delicious things in life. The root is the first part of the tree to come out from the seed. The root joins the plant to the soil so that it can feed. So we start down here as a tiny seed, and then the seed sprouts and the roots grow, and then the trunk of the tree grows. This is a willow tree. It's a deciduous tree. The flowers on a willow tree are called catkins. Did you know that? A sycamore tree can grow to 35 meters and live for 400 years. That's a long time to live. Horse chestnut tree. The seed found inside the spiky green case is called a conker. Evergreen trees keep most of their leaves and stay green all year long. They do lose some leaves in the spring, which are replaced by new ones. And that's a little trick to remember. Evergreen is evergreen, and deciduous, it changes. The leaves fall off depending on the time. There are about 125 species of pine trees. Eucalyptus trees are the only leaves that koalas eat. Without them, they would not survive. Very important to grow some trees. And if you cut one down, try and replace it. The wood from a spruce tree is used for making instruments like guitars. Now we've got to close all the flaps up before we turn the page. Stage 1, the seed. An apple tree starts as a small brown seed that is planted into the soil. The seed is small, under 1 centimetre long. It is pointed at one end and rounded at the other. It needs water and sunshine to grow because it's a living thing, right? Stage 2, the seedling. The sprout starts to grow up from the ground and small green leaves appear. The sprout grows taller and becomes a seedling. The soil is full of nutrients that help the seedling to grow. Stage 3, the sapling. It takes a few years before the seedling grows into a sapling. It is important that no other plants are near, as the roots need to take water from the soil around them to grow. So if you're planting an apple tree, give it lots of room. The sapling gets carbon dioxide from the air and water through its roots. The leaves take in the light from the sun, and together they make plant food called glucose. This process is called, are you ready for this big word? Photosynthesis. The carbon dioxide in, making the glucose. The water comes up through the plant's leaves. They produce oxygen into the air, which we need to breathe. And then the sun helps it to grow. All of these beautiful things that happen. Stage 4, the young tree. The sapling grows taller and becomes a young tree. It cannot produce fruit or flowers yet. Stage 5, trees with blossom. When the tree is ready to grow apples, it produces buds. What a beautiful tree! Apple tree blossoms can be many colours. Each flower will become an apple. Pretty amazing. Stage 6, tree with apples. Now that the blossoms have gone, the tree will start to grow apples. In the daytime, squirrels like to eat the fallen apples. Well, we don't have squirrels, but I'm pretty sure possums would like to eat apples. The seeds from the apple can then be planted to start the life cycle all over again. Inside an apple. Well, skin is the outer part that protects the soft insides. The stem, this holds the apple together and attaches the apple to the tree. The flesh, this is the soft part of the apple that we eat. The core, this contains the precious apple seeds. And the seeds, these have a bitter taste, so we don't usually eat them. What do we do with the seeds? Well, we could dry them out and plant them to make more apple trees, to start the life cycle again. So spring is when the tree will have blossom, and the blossoms fall away. Coming into summer, the apple tree will grow tiny apples. In autumn, the leaves on the tree will change colour, and they fall off the tree and onto the ground. And then in winter, the tree has no leaves left at all. Well, I don't know that it snows here where we live in Caloundra, but some places down the south of Australia, they would definitely be getting the snow and having all of these changes in the seasons. Thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime. What a great book. What a fun book. I loved lifting all the flaps open and finding out all that information. And I hope you learnt something too. Can you remember the 4 seasons? Or what a deciduous tree is and an evergreen tree is? Or can you tell me what photosynthesis is? Lots of big words in there. This is a great book. Thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime, and I look forward to reading to you again soon. Oh, don't forget to click and subscribe. Bye for now.